Hard Mark Podcast.
Shrimp on the barbie. Shrimp on the barbie. Do you respect that? That's corruption. I could make a fake snake. You do not pee in the pool. You not pee on the barbie. All of myself is clean.
Welcome to the Hard Mark Podcast, everybody. Rumpus Time has begun. My name is Eric Donaldson. The purpose of Rumpus Time is to explore the mind of the weird and wonderful star of our program. He is the artist formerly known as the man of 54,097 compliments, the EVP of Soul Skiing Development, the maitre d' of Matt Drama, the Tampa Bay Topsider, the Living Painting, the Talent, Mr. Pizza Party, the Human Scab, Flying Ryan Murphy. Ryan, how's it going, my friend?
It's great. It's great.
with a litany of titles to your name, how could it be going any less than great?
Yeah.
So you messaged me, just to delve right into it, you messaged me about needing to potentially change the man of 54,097 compliments because of a recent incident. Is this a podcast-friendly story that can be told?
Yeah, I think it's podcast friendly. It's not a great story. I won't, I'm not.
Markomaniac, set your expectations accordingly. This is like
a 4
out of 10.
I just knew that aside from it happening and me being like, fuck, I was like, God damn it. Like, I've just lost my, what's the word?
Your status.
Well, whatever. Status, like,
you
whatever.
talked yourself
I lost what I had earned on the podcast.
Yeah, everything that you had built turned to ashes into your fingers.
Yeah, it did. It was really not. And for a guy who's, I think, come on here and claimed several times how well I accept compliments, I had to be. I dropped the ball. I dropped the ball very hard, and I could no longer accept it until I redeem myself. But when I do, I'll let you know. But for now, I don't think I can accept the title.
Well, I mean, I'm all ears. How did you lose the title?
No, I mean, this is where it gets like, this is where the story like becomes kind of vague and like, so I was out with this girl, like we were golfing and we were at the driving range. We were at the driving range.
Oh, this seems like right up your alley.
Oh, it's great. No, I want to say that I was hitting the ball hundreds of yards every time. Overall, if you aggregate that, maybe millions of yards.
Hard to be humble. Yeah.
I've never played better range golf in my life.
Okay.
It was fantastic. But at one point, like I'd step back and she like turns around. We're like, it was, we're just like good chat, like, and then she's like, again, this is where I think I misheard because I can't, but she said something along the lines of like, I was standing there with a golf club in my hand, like kind of pressed against the ground, like,
yeah,
just watching. And she's like, you look really great. Like, or something along that. And I was like, that seems weird. Like, it can't be me. Like, I'm wearing this same shirt, Eric. Like,
okay.
And I kind of like did a what instead of like, and I almost had to have her repeat herself. And then she did like mildly, repeated herself. And I still like was like, that is nothing's like ringing, like nothing's resonating in my head with this like compliment. Like, and it was the most perfect if there's any opportunity to accept a compliment, it's on a second date like that, like, right. That's when you have to like embrace like your status as like the 54,000 compliment guy, and I dropped it. I dropped it really hard. And I think I was able to like recover the situation, but that would have been a really nice way to solidify my place in the history of, taking compliments and,
the thing that people like most is someone falling from grace, like someone who's successful, who has like a sharp and steady decline. But you know what people like almost as much as that is a redemption story, Ryan.
Yeah. And I told you, like the second I have a chance to redeem myself, I will bring it to this podcast.
Well, I can tell you this, I'm not going to be the one who compliments you. So you're going to have to wait for somebody else to do it. And then,
well, it depends. I mean, things could go really bad. I might need your compliment, Eric. Like, I don't know. Like, if
I know. I know how you operate. You just accept the compliment, and then you just don't say shit back. You don't even counter compliment the compliment at all. That's just not your style.
I think that you have to I think we talked about this before, but you have to just embrace the compliment, and you can't just spit that. You have to if you're going to compliment, you got to say it on your own, your own kind of thing. It has to be its own individual compliment. You can't just reciprocate a compliment. And
so you receiving compliments is the equivalent of Han Solo when Leia says "I love you" and he says "I know." That's your way of accepting compliments, basically.
But in a nicer fashion, like a way when I give a compliment, I want them to embrace that compliment so hard, and that's what I did, Eric. For a lot of years, I did that. All right.
You've lost a step now, though, in your old age.
I think it's my ears. Or it's in my head. I was like, there's no way she just said that about me, right here, right now. She's looking at something behind me,
right?
Something.
You start looking around.
But the more I thought about it, I was like, I really fucked that up.
Have you seen this girl since then?
No, I haven't. But excuse me.
I caught him off guard with that one, ladies and germs.
Excuse me. We are still talking. We just haven't had a chance to, go back.
Okay, well, that'll be your chance to redeem yourself, I think. Once.
Yeah, no, I think there should be. It was a missed opportunity. I dropped the ball, and I just felt like I'd come back to Eric. I had to tell him it wasn't this. I can't, in all honesty, accept that every time we hop on. And I know it's been a staple for years now.
It's true.
I think. But with dropping something like that, I mean, that's the only reason you accept compliments for, right? There's no other purpose.
Right. So the people know how good at it you are.
This is it's like you finally got to the major leagues and you fucking struck out,
right, exactly.
So you can't. So I will keep everyone updated when I'm able to redeem myself. But yes, I did. I dropped it so hard that I don't think I can. Yeah, that's. Unfortunately, but I think I managed to recover. I still got something in me, but not there, right?
I believe in you.
Yeah. So,
which is a form of a compliment, I suppose. I don't know. Is that me? Is that a compliment if I say I believe in you?
I don't think so.
So I'm not going to accept it.
Yeah. I heard that compliment loud and clear. I didn't feel like it was as genuine as I needed.
Okay.
To
all right. Here comes perpetual victim Ryan Murphy. He's showing his ugly mug again. The human scab rears his head once more.
Where was the human scab from again?
It was from Rumpus Time last episode. I think I made a reference to just kind of finding a subject and just picking at it repeatedly like a scab, and so then I dubbed you the human scab briefly.
Yeah, I don't recall.
And Mr. Pizza Party, because hey, nobody loves a pizza party more than Ryan. But that's last Rumpus Time. That's not this Rumpus Time. Welcome everybody. We're gonna, you know what, Ryan? I was kind of hemming and hawing about this. I was flipping and flopping because, as we talked about last time, this is it's like an R-rated podcast because of your sailor talk, generally speaking. But we don't. And I've actually had conversations with my wife about this. While we do occasionally make jokes that are sexual in nature, but I don't think that we really lean hard into that. We're not trying to be provocative and be that type of podcast. And I'm happy with that. However, with all that said, our next episode or our next Wrestle Talk that you'll all be hearing next week is episode 69. And so it would almost feel like a missed opportunity. We don't want to feel like Ryan, where we drop the ball and we have this on a silver platter presented in front of us. We have to take advantage of these opportunities as they arise. So, Ryan, I thought for Ryan Ranks It,
a wave is like a twister.
We could jump into a topic that we ordinarily probably wouldn't. And again, you have the you can opt out of this.
I have veto power.
You have veto power. If you say I don't want to, pardon?
Of this podcast, I'm like the president of this podcast.
I'm not gonna give you that title. I don't know what you would do with that amount of power, but for the sake of this segment, yes, you are the president of this specific segment.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't feel comfortable going into it, that's fine. We can pivot. There's other things. I just feel like, episode 69 is right around the corner. Let's just lean into it just this once, and then, we'll keep it nice and PG from here on out. But I thought it might be interesting for you to rank sexual positions.
I fucking knew it. I knew it was going to be like rating like women based on their. I knew it was going to be sexual position.
No, that's just general sexual positions, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right. No. Yeah. Eric, I have no limits on where I'll go. Like.
He's a real no limit soldier. In case anyone was unclear about that. And so I'm willing. So we usually do 5 at minimum. Sometimes we've done more. In my list, I found a link to Women's Health Mag, an article that they had written. Almost every single position is a variation of 4. So we'll get into this.
So we have 4 that were.
I have 4 for sure, and then we'll kind of see if we want to add anything else from there.
Okay.
Okay. So our first sexual position. And we always start with like, the baseline, usually. Like your pepperoni pizza, for example. Your condiments, you've got your ketchup, for example. So I think the ketchup of sexual positions is probably missionary. So why don't we start with that? So
in this, I don't know, like, and I don't want to blow it off the charts here, like, already, but like missionary is I mean, we'll see as far as we get into the discussion, but like, yes, easily number 1. Like, I think it's also an underrated position. I think it gets shit on as like, it
gets a bad rap. I think
it does
among the general population.
It's a little bit lower than I think it should lay on anyone's list,
so to speak.
So to speak. Yeah, I so like if you're gonna hand me that, yes, it's easily the number 1. I can be swayed, I guess, but like I for me, like, yeah, I'll start this number 1. I think it's the most intimate maybe position.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Like and I think it's
probably the most visually interesting.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I think so. Well, I mean, I think you can make an argument maybe against visually appealing, like with other positions, but like I think that it is. I think it's also like offers other benefits too. Like
I think it's an easy pivot to something else as well. Like you can very easily switch to like variations. It's I think arguably the most versatile of any of the ones on our list.
That's a good point. Like good starter, and then you can kind of move to like wherever, it's also a good finisher.
And they call it the opener. They also call it the closer.
Yeah.
They call it all these things.
I think it plays a lot of roles, Eric, and I think it's an important position. And I think people just talk shit about it because they think it's basic, but when I think people really get down into it, I think that is the probably best position. And there's probably a reason, right? I think it's
right. And there's a reason why it's basic. It's because they teach you in sports, you got to learn the fundamentals. And so
you got to lay up real quick.
That's right. You got to crawl before you can walk before you run. You got a missionary before you branch out.
You got to bunt before you can hit a home run.
Right, exactly. Bunt the cunt, everybody. So it's an R-rated podcast. So we'll move on to mission.
Next time, I think that was something that's sticking in my head forever. Like that's what sometimes things, but like that one may be I might bring that up, and if I ever end up getting late again, I might bring that one back up.
I believe in you. Next, after missionary, this is almost not physically the polar opposite of missionary, but like we were just talking about the versatility of missionary. This next one strikes me as very cut and dry in terms of like everything that's going on. Not versatile, but somewhat exotic. Episode 69, we just talked about it. Let's jump into the 69. Let's talk about that. Where's that going to rank?
The 69.
Yeah.
So okay, that. Another one, absolute favorite. I actually like, but that's not. But the reason so I didn't know that was going to be good because that's not. You're not having sexual intercourse at that point.
I think so. I understand you're talking about genital to genital.
Genital to genital. Yes.
I thought about that, but like at the same time, like if both people are doing genital stuff simultaneously, I think you got to count it. I mean,
no, I agree with you.
69ing is probably among the most intimate methods of sexual positions that you could possibly get into, just because everything's right there.
I mean, I appreciate you even putting this on the list. I didn't know I didn't even know you were going to go there. Like, so that could take missionary, like for sure. Like that could take on number. I love a great 69. Like, and I know people have their opinions about it.
It's getting really worked up.
I don't have anything to say that like this is like yes, you should. Everyone should agree with what I'm saying right here. I'm just personally, I fucking love it. Like. That is an all timer for me, and I would probably like as far as my favorite, like I would probably put it there.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's very intimate. Like with, I think you're giving some and you're getting some at the same time.
That is the premise of that position. Yes.
Yeah, I think. As far as like my favorites, I absolutely like love that style. I would put that number 1.
Wow.
And I move missionary to number 2. Okay. I think again, if we're taking all things into consideration here, like the 69th episode, I think like
Tom Segura, the stand-up comic, has a very funny bit he does about guys who insist on being on top during a 69.
I think I've seen that. Tom Segura fan, like, but I've never experienced that. I don't know.
That's because you're a gentleman.
Yeah, like, but I could. Yeah, I guess I could see it. Like, I mean, sure. Like, I mean, and I wouldn't complain about that either. I guess, but like,
I don't think you would. I think the premise is that the lady likely would.
Right. That's the only thing I've experienced. But yeah, no, I definitely probably my favorite. Very fun. I think
it's number 1 on our list.
Yeah, number 1. Yeah.
With a bullet. Next. And I guess we can deliberate over whether or not this counts as 1 or 2. I lumped them together, but we only have 4 on our list in total, so maybe we want to split them out. But I combined Cowgirl and Reverse Cowgirl. I lumped them into the same thing.
I think they're different, but like,
should we separate them on the list?
I get where you're going with like combining. I just think they're too different. Like, because I think like I've had so much more experience with just Cowgirl as opposed to Reverse. Very much different. Like, and
how's the view of my toes, bitch?
Well, yeah. Well, it's okay. So I love On Top or Cowgirl, like right.
Okay.
Just that's another good one. It takes. It would probably be number.
I'm waiting
3,
for one that you hate.
I'm
waiting for the one that you hate. Like fuck that one.
Yeah, well, you'll get there, I'm sure. So probably number 3. Now, Reverse is fine too. I guess you can combine them. Like I think Reverse is like definitely a different dynamic for sure. Like I think it's a whole nother thing. But yeah, no, this is number 3. It would be number 2 if had you not brought 69 into the mix.
Don't ever say that to me ever again, Ryan. Keeping this R, not X. But okay, so Cowgirl, Reverse Cowgirl. So you're agreeing that we should combine the 2?
Yeah, I think you should combine the 2.
Okay.
But with an like different, but like they can be combined. They can be combined, so it's feasible that they are combined. Like, I think that's person to relationship to relationship. How you want to like.
Yeah, we're not here to judge everyone's bedroom habits.
Would you? Okay, actually, I don't know if I can ask this.
You can ask. I reserve the right to not answer, but you're welcome to ask whatever.
No, I mean, this is not like okay. So, like personally, for me, I'll just start this off with me. Like those two were not 50-50, I would say. It was like 97-3.
You're talking about percentage of like times where it happens.
Well, cowgirl to reverse.
Yeah. No,
I would say it's like 97-3.
I'm not combining them in terms of the frequency of these things. I'm combining them in terms of like the mechanics and like the motion of it. It's like there's not a huge difference, and I understand where you're coming from. That there is a big difference, but mechanically, it's like very much the same thing.
But I think if you have like such a if it's not, then it's almost like a rarity. It's almost like a special occasion type of like position, as opposed to like combining it where it's 50-50, and then you can really, you know what I mean? Like, I mean,
do you want to split them?
No, I don't.
Okay, great. You just want to hear yourself speak. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay, great. The only one that I have on the list, which again, I'm open to any ideas. If we want to add a fifth, we certainly can. We don't have to though. The last one, doggy style.
Yeah, I figured that, and I do want to add one.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's probably 4. I don't like. That's one that I think is very popular, and I think going back to the beginning, visually, like it's appealing. You know, it's nice, like it's fun, but it's just like it's a weird, like hard to like. There's also variations of that too, like, you know, there's variations of.
I mean, in fact, here, hold on. Bear with me for a moment. We can get some mileage out of this. I'm going to send you this link from Women's Health, and they go into all these different sexual positions.
Do they rank them as well, or?
I don't remember if they ranked them or not. It's been a while since I found this.
Is there images on this?
I don't know. I don't remember. There's a shitload of fucking ads, though. Okay. But yeah, like, as I was going through it, like, everything's more or less a variation of the 4 that I've talked about.
The pretzel dip.
Yeah. Is that going to be the new number 1? The pretzel.
So I think also like I think what I was like the flat iron is like a variation of doggy style, right? Like,
oh, what number are you? Okay, 6. Got it. Exactly. Yeah, the flat iron is just a variation of doggy style, whereas like pretzel dip is like it's probably more missionary than not. I would say that's probably it's like half missionary, half doggy, but then it's
and like some of these like I just don't like the fucking wheelbarrow like that just seems so like maybe it was exciting to like think about back in the day when you're like 15, but like at 32 I'm like
yeah, it's like I don't need an upper body workout here. I'm just
right like it's
but yeah, like you said, like the wheelbarrow, that's just again another variation of doggy. So like there's really only X number of ways that you can contort everybody's bodies for all these things.
Yeah. Okay, I think you put those together. There's a lot. Like, and you're right. Like, I wouldn't consider these a lot of like, I don't think you put these on the list, but there's hella images, Eric. Like, you said there was no image.
I said I couldn't remember. I said it's been a few weeks.
This whole thing is all image.
Cowboy seems like the way he's sitting. I don't know.
And what's this one, dude? Okay. The snake, that looks exactly like.
Give me a number. What number are you talking about?
38.
38. Gosh,
I'm not sure what the difference is between that and the iron piler, like.
The iron piler. Oh, her butt's arced up. That's the only difference.
Okay, that doesn't even count. Like. Okay, all right, but fair enough. I see your point. Where you're okay. Yeah, no, I think this style is highly overrated. I think missionary is underrated. I think this style is highly overrated. It's fun for sure. Like, but yeah, I mean, I think I put it 4.
I think that's a completely reasonable, way of looking at that. Okay, so it sounds like you have a 5th in mind.
Yeah, I have a 5th, and I have something to add to this.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily, but okay. So the 5th, I think it was on this list. Let me see if I can just. I don't have to make up a name for it.
It was the lotus blossom, wasn't it?
Oh, hold on. No, it's the Scoop Me Up.
What number?
19.
I will try to remember to post this list on our social media. So for anyone following along at home. Okay. You know what? I thought about adding that too.
Yeah.
that's reasonable. That's its own thing. So the scoop me up, which I've never ever once heard anyone call that the scoop me up, but it's basically spooning.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't just call it spooning, but
that's a great position.
I'm surprised. I wouldn't be shocked if that was your number one, knowing how lazy you are.
Okay, I don't know if it makes me lazy, Eric.
That is the lazy man's position, the scoop me up. Like, neither person wants to.
Women in my life, you know. That one is a solid, underrated position. I think
it's a great one for when both people want to have sex, but they're both hungover.
So this is my point.
Okay.
And this is like kind of goes into it. So I aside from what we're doing here, but I think there's I just kind of gathering opinions. I'm taking a survey. I'm getting data. You know, like
it's okay.
But I think there's 3 tiers of sex. I think there's.
I don't know how it's taken us this many episodes to get into Ryan's theory of the 3 tiers of sex, but I'm so curious to hear this.
Yeah. I mean, so I think there's regular just sex, not just like it could happen at any point during the day. You know, just like it's kind of your straight. So we're just maybe like on the spot sex, like something like that. Like, you know, it's not planned. It's not, you know, it's sex. It's just your regular sex, right?
Okay.
It's just regular, and it can happen anytime. It can happen morning, night, evening, day. It could be whenever. It's just regular sex though. Like,
okay.
You know, and it's great. And then there's drunk sex.
Okay, sure.
Which has its place in history, you know, like that's a really good way. Things get wild, you know, like you know, like that one is great. But there's also another morning sex.
Sure, yeah.
Morning sex as opposed to like afternoon sex or like evening sex or like any kind. Morning sex is the best sex that has ever happened to anybody in the world. Like, it is the best sex, hands down. And that spooning position in the morning is the best fucking position. Like, if we were rating it based on like morning tier, but we're not, but I'm just saying like that would go probably number 1. Like, that is the best fucking thing out there. And I think but primarily it's in the morning. It's a morning sex position, you know?
I mean, I understand where you're coming from. Not to try and poke holes into your theory here, but you were talking about for that first tier, how it can happen any time of day. So would regular sex happen in the morning?
No.
Okay, so the 3 tiers are sex anytime but the morning. Drunk sex and morning sex.
Morning sex is just different. It's a different thing. It's just.
What about like high? What about like marijuana sex?
I think
or other drugs? Like, I'm not here to judge anyone.
No, like, and I think but I think it falls under like intoxicated sex, you know.
Okay, so sexing under the influence, an SUI.
Yeah, like, and I think like there's a lot of variations of how you can have that, and they're all fucking like insane, you know. I just think it's a separate class of sex than like your maybe your day sex or your night sex or whatever, and then your morning sex has its own. There's something about morning sex that just it's just the best.
It's its own phylum. I understand.
Yeah. No, I think this one would go the spooning. Yeah, I think it would go maybe number 2. Like, put that number 2, and then number 3 missionary, and then.
Wow, you were so excited about missionary to start, and I'm shocked with as much enthusiasm as you had that it got bumped down to 3.
It's a really good. I think it's the reason there was excitement is because like people shit on it so much, like.
Right.
You know, it's like,
You're
this is a boring like thing, and like you put it number 3 as a sad. Like, I don't want like it should be number 2, but you brought 69ing into this, which isn't even sex. But you did that, so I'm gonna have to put that number 1.
I mean, are there people who like do 69ing without like also engaging in sex? I don't feel like that's like a thing.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just a position. Like, if you're, I mean, what do you'd have to like carry this over to like, wait, I just like 69 is its own thing. Like, it's its own. It's like foreplay, but like more advanced. Like,
it's real advanced. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, granted, if like, would technically somebody have lost their virginity 69ing? I guess I guess
No.
not. I guess not. But still, we're throwing that in here.
You're still a champion if you do it. Like if you like, but like, I would bet like I don't think that would happen very often, but if you took the number of people who like on their first time like 69, I bet like a vast majority of them definitely had sex that night too. Like,
oh, for sure, yeah, and like the ranking itself, just to clarify, is sexual positions. Like, blowjob is not a sexual position. Hand job is not a sexual position, but a 69, that's a sexual position. There's like, you can't not tell me that a 69 is not.
Is that on the list?
Yes.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. It's up towards the top. I want to say it was within the top 10.
Oh, okay. Do they call it 69? I feel like
yes.
with the way they're naming things, it's probably different.
No, yeah. I think they didn't have to pay any royalties on calling it 69, so that's good.
Yeah, are you sure? I don't. Oh yeah, no, it's number 1.
with a drawing, Ryan. With a drawing.
Yeah. Oh, and he's on top.
Oh, and not to keep prolonging it, he is on top. That's bad form. Like that's I don't think that's what women want these days. But what do I know? And I just noticed this now that we're looking at this one final time. Are you still on that page?
I have it. Yeah.
Directly, I don't know if you're getting the same thing as me, but directly above the little 69 drawing with that entry, there's a little poll here, an informal poll. What is your go-to sex position with a new partner? The first answer, and this plays exactly into what you're talking about. I'm assuming you're seeing the same thing I do.
Yeah.
Missionary, I'm too self-conscious to try anything else. And then the other one, doggy or cowgirl, I like to bear it all. So
I think
that's only tying into what you were talking about before. Like, again, like women's health, like shitting basic, on missionary again.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I underrated. I think it's a great, but maybe if you're talking about like excitement of all these positions, like maybe that's not the most, but like I think it is like the one of the best. Like I don't know.
I mean, the proof's in the pudding. It's number 3.
Yeah.
It's not 5 here, ladies and germs. All right. Well, thank you for that. So the final ranking for anyone who missed it: 1 is 69, 2 is spooning, 3 missionary, 4 cowgirl / reverse cowgirl, 5 doggy style. So there you have it. But we're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we will be back with Ask the Talent. Thanks, everybody. And we are back. Ryan just re-upped his tequila. What is it? A nice tequila? Is it what are we drinking here?
Bonitas.
Oh, I mean I don't know. You could go cheaper, I'm sure. But we are in the winter of Would You Rather for Ask the Talent.
Ask the Talent.
So I've got to come up with a Would You Rather for Ryan, something that will really. Actually, you know what? When I was looking over this the other day, I was trying to figure out what I would want to ask, and I think I've got it settled down here. Ryan, would you rather wear the same socks for a month or the same pair of underwear for a week?
Same socks for a month.
That was very quick. You didn't even hesitate about that at all.
I get that that's a lot. That's not great. I don't even like wearing. Sometimes I'll change boxers twice a day. I go to sleep in a new pair. Because I just feel better.
Okay.
I don't also like wearing the same socks over and over again too. But there's no I could sleep in a pair of old socks. I can't sleep in a pair of old boxers. I get uncomfortable with that.
When was the last time? Do you even wear socks frequently?
I do now, yeah. Ever since I broke my feet,
that makes sense.
I wear shoes primarily now. I do wear sandals, occasionally, but also coming with sandals, you gotta always be up on your toenail hygiene. You gotta clip those things, and you gotta show the world those things. So exactly. It's easier just to throw on shoes, with my shows off my fine ankles and their recovery. Yeah. So.
How can we sweeten this pot to make you pick the underwear choice? What if it was 3 days? Or what if the socks were for 3 months?
Like, I think 3 days with the same boxers, like, you know, like, you could probably do, like, it's just...
What about 4? Is 4 too many? Is 4 starting to get too gross?
God, I don't know if I want to, like, get into this whole thing here. This is going to take it...
What do you mean?
Yeah, I just feel like, okay...
No, hold on. I feel like there's a story that you're holding out on.
No, I don't think there's a story. Feel free to cut whatever you need out of this. Like, you know, like... I think sometimes, you know, like, I don't know if people do, like, the baby powder trick, like, on your balls, you know, like...
Oh, like Gold Bond?
Gold Bond, whatever, like... but I think if you, you know, maybe, you know, once during the day, maybe you're sitting there, maybe you do some, you know, you watch some stuff, maybe you get, like, maybe you jerk off once a day, right? Like, you know? And I think that feeling after, like I need to, like, take a shower and, like, you know, just, you know, fresh my stuff, you know.
Sure, yeah, refresh it.
And I think, like, if you do that, like, it's impossible to wear a pair of boxers for 3 days. Like, I just think, like, the amount of accumulation of sweat, you know, like,
yeah, I
don't, like, it feels, and then I can't sleep. I will sometimes lay down and be like, I can do this, you know, I wear the same pair of boxers all day. Maybe I jerked off one time. You know, and I lay down, I'm like, I can't sleep. I have to go take a shower, change, and, like, you know, and so 3 days, like, now that's 3 times, you know, I've hit this, and it's not gonna like,
and we've already crossed this threshold on this episode. Ordinarily, I'd say, Ryan, this is highly unorthodox behavior on the podcast, but you know, for this, the preemptive episode before episode 69, I mean, we just kind of have to allow it.
That's my biggest fucking issue with it, is, like, you know, it's sleeping. It's you gotta stay fresh. Like, you gotta feel right, you know, like, and I think that's an issue. And I don't like, I mean, socks get fucking nasty. Like, I would, you know, I don't like, I also like to change my socks every day, you know.
Right. Sure.
But sometimes, Eric, I can't find socks. Sometimes I can't find new socks. I have to put on the same ones I threw on the floor, like, the day before, you know. That makes me feel less bad than, you know, yeah.
I can see that. Okay. Well, I mean, seeing as how you answered that one so quick, I'm going to hit you with one more.
Okay.
Would you rather have everyone that you know be able to read your thoughts, or for everyone that you know to have access to your internet history?
Fuck.
I think
I feel like my thoughts are, like, cleaner than my internet history. Like, I feel like I'd rather have everyone hear my thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, given the story that you told us earlier about how when the girl was like, "Oh, you look great," you're like, "What?" Like, I can only imagine, like, it's a very tunneled vision brain that you have. But then when you're in your one light bulbed room, just by yourself, just when the gears start turning, that's when the.
I'm pretty sure there's almost like no other option that any person in this world would choose. Like, everyone's pretty much going to pick the second option as compared to their fucking internet search history. I feel like that's the.
You think people?
And even sometimes I just look up, like, I'll look up dumb shit on the internet, like, and I'll just look up, like, you know, like, I'm like a basic word on an email, and I just have to type in the word, like, that I should know, like, by now, and I. Like, or like how to use a like particular word, and like it's just like, it makes you look dumb, and then you have, like, your porn side of, like, you know, the internet search history, right? Like, it's all bad. Like, it's nothing good comes out of your internet search history. I don't think. Like, I've never looked up anything profound on the internet. Like, you know,
I never really thought about it in that way, but you're right. It would be because, like, there's gonna be the pervert side of everybody that comes out via the internet history. But then people are also going to have insight into how much of a fucking idiot you are when you, like, Google dumb fucking shit. So, like, and, like, maybe that also comes out too when they're reading your thoughts. Like, I don't know. It's entirely possible.
Well, I wouldn't prefer anyone, like, really getting into my thoughts either. That could be really fucked up. But I just think my thoughts are, like, cleaner than when I'm, like, searching the internet for anything. Like, I just think it makes you look less like, maybe like sometimes I think about shit that's more interesting and more profound than anything I've ever looked up on the internet at any given time in my life,
Let's see. Now that I'm stewing on this more, I think I might pick the internet history.
You would pick the internet history.
I'm giving it thought. I'm not 100% sold on either, but I
thought mostly everyone would be on the same, but you're not. Like, you're thinking
yes, because, and here's my...
What's going on in your head, Eric?
Here's my thought process, Ryan. So when it comes to like internet history, that's something where you are actively controlling what it is that you're looking up. Like, you're consciously saying, I want to look up XYZ. And so like you have a certain element of control where it's like, this is something that you deliberately did. Whereas for like reading thoughts, sometimes even the best of us have those fucking intrusive thoughts that like you do not want to fucking admit to anyone ever that you thought that. Like sometimes you'll just be driving and be like, what happens if I just careened my car into that fucking person who's driving the opposite direction? Like, can you imagine being in a car and like your passenger is able to read your thoughts and knows that you just thought that?
But I think another thing would be like, so if you're taking like the thoughts versus internet history, like, so like my thought would be like the internet history, they're just getting a list of shit. Like, are they getting a list of all your thoughts you've ever had as well? Like kind of the search history for your thoughts? Or are they just getting your...
No.
They're just getting your thought at the time.
Correct. Yes, they have to be physically present near you in order to get the benefit of this.
Yeah, I'd still pick fucking thoughts for sure.
I don't think I would, because like sometimes, like I said, those weird thoughts pop in and like there's no coming back from that. There is no, like if you think something shitty about like a family member and they know that you thought that about them in that moment, like you're done for, pal. You're done for. There's no walking that back.
Well,
and you don't have any control over it.
Like, so I mean, but if the alternative is my fucking internet search history, like I don't know, like that one's like a better. I don't like, yeah, no, I think. Wait, hold on. No. Okay, maybe I made a mistake. You said it's singular, like your current thoughts, like someone within a realm of you can see your thoughts, and right, like your singular.
It's not a list.
Okay, actually, you're right. No, I might check. Yeah, like wait, no, I already said thoughts. Yeah, I was already saying thoughts. Sorry, Yes, I would prefer them to see my thoughts as singularity than rather like my whole fucking like 13 years old to fucking like now internet history. Like, yes.
I think you're overestimating the amount of interest that somebody would have in your internet history.
I don't think so. I think, right? Like, I mean,
who's gonna?
That's like a thing. There's this joke. Like, if I die, like, hopefully my friend goes in and clears my internet history. Like, if your mom like ever saw, like, I mean, can you imagine? Like,
that would be not. I think. So here's what I think when it comes to like a mom or somebody like that. I think that the first thing that they see where they're like, oh shit, that's bad. I think immediately they like actively just pull themselves away, or like, or maybe if they're a real fucking OG mom, maybe they'd even try and delete it for you. But I think the first sign of danger, they're like piecing out, unless it's like, you know, I assassinated JFK. Maybe they go down that rabbit hole a little bit more if they think there's something really, you know, wrong with you. But I think once they kind of get the sense of like, oh, this is just kind of like dirty porno thoughts, I think they'd probably peace out.
Yeah, but like that's your mom. Like if you're talking about like what if your friends want to really dive into that shit? Like, you know, like I mean, your friends are going to be actually that might be a little more chill. But like I'm just saying, like you got a lot of people. Like
You're in the dating pool these days, so yeah, I could see how that would be troublesome for you.
God, if that was like a thing you had to put on like your Hinge, like one of the like your internet, like I mean, it would be over. Like, game.
Well,
like
okay. Let's look at it from that perspective, actually, because I think that's probably about as good as we're going to get as far as a real down to earth type of scenario. So yes, you're going on a date with somebody from Hinge.
Yeah.
Either this person on Hinge can either look at your entire internet search history at their whim, or the entire time that they're with you on that date, they can read all of your thoughts.
You're making it a little hard.
Think about the thoughts that you've had on some of these dates you've gone on recently, Ryan. Would you want your date hearing this shit? and you're there. Like, the thing is about the whole internet, her search history, you don't have to physically necessarily be there when they're going through all that shit. So you can, like, fucking put your ostrich head in the sand and...
You probably never end up on this date anyway if they saw this preemptively, like, right? Like, you know, like, you might not even be there. Like,
point.
you at least have to have a chance with the date, like, with the thought thing. Like,
yeah. But, like, even if it's something as, like, relatively benign as, like,
yeah,
she's wearing a low-cut top, you're staring at her tits, and in your brain you're like, oh, those are fucking nice tits.
Yes.
Like,
my thoughts would not be fucking great either. Like, this is not a win-win. So this is a lose-lose situation. Like, all right.
I'm sorry for putting you in this lose-lose situation, Ryan.
I think I would go with that, but like, fuck, yes, and I like, yeah, like intrusive thoughts, like that would be fucking horrible. Like, you know,
yeah.
You would have to learn how to like train your mind a little bit, like, I think. Whereas you can't go back and train, you know, you're fucking 13 to like, you can't go back and that's a list. It's already done. It's Google has that. It's somewhere, like, you know, like.
That's right. Elon Musk, he's got it somewhere in his tower.
You can, you know, hey, refocus, maybe meditate. I don't know. You'd have to really fucking straighten out your mind, as well. But yeah, I think I would lean towards. I think I would lean towards my thoughts. Yeah.
Ryan's wisdom tree. Concentrate, clean out your mind, meditate, etc. Well, if you are not already, as per usual,
you're looking at our internet search history.
Speaking of internet search history,
now, like,
yeah, you know what would really impress people if they found it in your internet search history is if you were to look up the Hard Mark Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all these things. We're on all of them. Ryan's on TikTok until the government shuts that shit down here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts on TikTok, real quick?
It's becoming a it is becoming like a drug. Did I tell you how much I spent on TikTok?
No. Have you've been tracking? Like, do you have a timer or something set up?
No, my phone like sent me a thing. They're like, here's what you spend here's your apps.
Uh-huh.
And this way, how much time you spend per week, per day. And it was fucked up. Like, not that, like, I get it. Like, mostly at work, I'm just on TikTok, like, you know. Yeah. But, you know, it was like, I think like some points, it was over 40 hours a week.
Hold on. Over 40 hours a week? You're working full time as just browsing TikTok?
It was over 40 hours a week, Eric. Like, that's how fucking bad this has gotten, like, so out of, like, I'll open my phone and I will just instinctively like go like hit the TikTok button and like just start scrolling. Like, it's gotten really it's bad. I don't think it's a good app. I don't think it's healthy. I think great content, but like it's not a healthy app anymore, and I think I need to delete it, but I don't know what I would do with 40 hours of my time. Like, you know.
You could become a doctor.
Dude, I shouldn't have even said this I wasn't going to tell anybody, and I just spoke to the world, like, but I think if it got deleted by the government, I wouldn't throw a fit. I'd be like, all right, fine. Like, it's probably something I need to get out of my life anyway. I think somebody would replace it, but like it needs to be out of, I can't handle it anymore. I thought Facebook and Instagram was bad.
Yeah.
I can't handle this stuff. All right.
I think even if TikTok wasn't a thing anymore, I still think it would take a full 24 hours for you to respond back to my text messages.
Well, Eric, I saw it and I just forgot to respond.
No, dude, I understand. All's forgiven. Well, everybody, thank you very much for spending the time with us. 2023, we're here. We're here living it. Ryan's going to kick his TikTok habit, so follow him while you can at RJ Murphy 1922. And if you're not hard, everybody get hard. Once you get hard, stay hard. Rumpus time is over. Thank you very much. Blunt the cunt, everybody.